Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Ashland Tonight News. Today is Thursday, February 15th, 2007, and here's a look at today's top stories.
On campus, the old Miller Hall has been closed down. We'll find out why coming up.
What kind of outside conditions does it take to close down Ashland University? We'll let you know.
The murder mystery dinner last week was a success. We'll give you the 411 in just a few minutes.
And the Ashland University Dining Services recently put on a food show for all students. We'll take you there next. I'm Kelly Reskowitz.
And I'm DeLon Benton. You're watching Ashland Tonight News. Stay tuned. It's all coming up next. Recently, the Ashland University Dining Hall, also known as Convo, was closed for dinner, and students had to travel to Upper Convocation Center for the Far Out Food Show. Here, students had an opportunity to taste and choose new menu items to be placed on next year's menu by voting on their personal favorites. And by voting, students were automatically entered into drawings for Far Out prizes throughout the evening.
The oldest building on campus, Miller Hall, has been recently closed down. Ashland's Tonight, Candace Kaczynski has the story.
It is the most historical building on campus, and it is officially closed for the spring semester, leaving many AU students and faculty wondering why the sudden closing of Miller Hall.
As you may know, Miller Hall was set up on a schedule to be closed anyway during this next year. And with virtually all the faculty moving out except for 4 religion faculty members and 1 in English, there were only 5 faculty offices left in Miller and just a number of classrooms scheduled. We decided this fall to look at an alternative schedule to say what would happen if we closed Miller second semester, and could we indeed accommodate the classrooms.
The remaining faculty offices in Miller were moved to the Weltmer Center in the AU Library, while classes were moved to different campus buildings.
Over the Christmas break, I received an email from Bill Weiss in the library, who offered the use of the old Weltmer Center, which had 5 or 6 offices there and 2 classrooms, that he said if there was interest in using those this semester, they would not be using them. So we got together with the folks in religion department along with the dean and associate dean and began talking about the possibility of closing. Agreed that if we could do that, we could save up to $50,000–$60,000 in utility costs alone.
In addition to saving money, Miller was also closed due to a number of structural problems.
We don't know yet what we're going to do with Miller. Miller is the oldest building on campus. It's a historical building on campus. The roof was bad. We had to go in this year and put in almost $10,000 just to repair one section of the roof because it was leaking. It's not handicap accessible. You can't enter on any ground level, and so it's not conducive for that. So right now we're trying to figure out what's the best thing to do with Miller.
Will it be renovated? Will it be torn down? With so much history behind the building, there is much to consider before any action can be taken.
The renovation costs have been estimated to be between $4 and $5 million. The question for us to answer is, should we put $4 to $5 million in that building, or should we tear it down and put $4 to $5 million in a new building?
For Ashland Tonight News, I'm Candace Kaczynski.
Recently, numerous Ashland University faculty, staff, and students participated in a murder mystery dinner theater in Redwood Hall. The event was sold out to Ashland students, faculty, staff, and community members. The dinner was titled Murder League and received lots of audience participation. Director Karen Verranch said the cast did wonderfully and only rehearsed twice. The murder mystery dinner was successful, and now everyone is patiently waiting another dinner like this to come back next year.
A local family is mourning the loss of a man after cutting down a tree on the family farm. Larry White of Clear Creek Township was struck in the head by a falling branch. Captain Carl Richer of the Sheriff's Office estimated that the branch weighed 80 to 100 pounds. It is believed that White was killed instantly. Funeral arrangements are pending at Denbigh Prim Creamery Funeral Home.
Coming up next on Ashland Tonight News, we'll let you know about the fallen Marine from Ashland.
Stay tuned.
Outside and play. It's such a lovely day. One more thing to say. It's time to get away.
Hey Dad, when are we gonna go camping again?
We will sometime, but not now. I'm busy.
Surprise, surprise. I know, but you always say that.
We will sometime, just not now.
Well, at least come to the camper and see what I'm doing. I'm almost finished.
Just a minute.
Dad, come on, please. Dad, come on.
What does it take to get you back into the lives of your family?
Hey, who put all this stuff in here?
Sure glad you can make it, Dad.
Give them everything.
You know you have a choice, Dad.
Give them your time.
Lake or the river?
From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
All over America, people are taking the National Radon Test. Have you? Answer true or false. Radon is a radioactive gas.
False.
True.
It's true?
It's a natural gas?
The Office of the Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested for radon.
False.
False.
True. Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer.
False.
It's true.
Oh. Yeah, totally surprised. I never would have thought of that.
I don't even know where to go to have it checked.
1-800-SOS Radon.
If I don't take care of it, nobody else will.
Does peace really have a chance within our lifetime? At Rotary, we believe it does. We've created programs at universities around the world dedicated solely to teaching peace to a new generation. There's a new symbol for peace. Rotary.
Welcome back. Now we have a story from the war in Iraq. Sergeant Major Joseph J. Ellis was killed in active duty February 7 when he approached a suicide bomber in Al-Anbar province. This was Ellis's third tour of duty in Iraq since entering the military after graduating from Ashland High School in 1984. Ellis leaves behind a daughter who says he went to the top with everything. Ellis has been honored with numerous awards, including the Navy Marine Corps' Commendation Medal, 2 Gold Stars, and 2 Combat Action Ribbons. Ellis will be buried at the Arlington National Cemetery February 21st at 9 a.m.
The snow is finally letting up after Ashland was hit with the snowstorm of the year. The snowstorm started Tuesday morning and continued to escalate to near blizzard conditions. Snowfall measured 5.7 inches by 5 o'clock in the evening. Plus, high winds formed snowdrifts of 2 feet high. The storm is tapering off to snow showers with additional 1 to 3 inches possible.
After last week's negative 20-degree temperatures and school not canceled, many Ashland students wanted to know what it takes to close down Ashland University. Director of Public Relations, Steve Hannon, gave us an explanation.
We're different than, a public school district or, a high school or public schools. They have a lot of other issues like whether or not they can get their buses started. Plus they have kids that, have to stand out at the bus stop. So those issues really don't enter into our decision-making process.
Surprisingly, after this week's severe snowstorm, Ashland University students did get a day off of school. Northern Ohio was blanketed with up to 14 inches of snow, and university officials decided it was too dangerous for commuters and professors to travel to campus Wednesday. The classes resumed as usual today, after snowplows had a chance to dig the campus out of the snow.
Even though we got the day off yesterday, students still think the snow closing policy isn't the best. We interviewed several AU students to hear their thoughts. Here's what they had to say.
Well, I think if the wind chill is below 0, then I think definitely shouldn't have class. It's a danger to our health.
I think it's kind of ridiculous that like high school kids that have to stand like 5 minutes for the bus don't have to stand outside, but we have to walk 10 minutes to classes. And I have class all the way across campus, and I live in Chem and I go to Kettering at least 2-3 times a day, so I'm like back and forth all the time, so it's really cold.
I think that it's kind of too cold to walk to classes. On the other hand, we've all done it the past 3 days, so I guess it's not that bad.
School not being canceled is a big problem because people are getting sick. The cold weather, I got a cold Monday just walking to my first class, and it's just over in Kettering, and I live in Chem Hall. It's dangerous for a lot of people too because there's black ice, things like that where people can slip and trip.
Next up on Ashland Tonight, Brittany Lee will be here to let us know what is going on with this crazy Ohio weather.
And Michelle Flora will be here for the health report, so stay tuned.
And now, another fact of Congress. Like a tree, our national government has 3 branches. First, there is the President of the United States, called the Executive Branch. The President is like your school principal. He makes important policy decisions on things like the environment and health care. He's also the Commander-in-Chief of the military. A second branch is Congress, called the Legislative Branch. The main job of the legislative branch is to debate and pass laws. They also oversee the activities of the president. Finally, there is the court system, or the judicial branch. Sometimes people disagree about what laws mean, so we ask judges to help us decide. The Supreme Court is the ultimate judge of the land. These 3 branches of government work together to form a complete system. And that's another fact of Congress.
Ashland Theological Seminary, transforming the world.
One pastor.
One counselor.
One city.
One campus.
One village.
One family.
One teacher.
One crisis. One missionary.
One shelter.
One church. Transforming the world, one student at a time.
As parents, we do whatever is necessary to ensure the health of our children. Sadly, most parents don't realize that their child's first eye exam with an eye doctor should be between the age of 6 and 12 months. I urge you to take your baby to an optometrist for a comprehensive eye assessment. It can literally change your child's vision of the future.
Infancy optometrists offer a no-charge eye assessment for infants 12 months old or younger. Call today to find an optometrist near you.
Welcome back to Ashland Tonight News. My name is Brittany Lee, and we'll take a look at your local weather forecast. The blizzard of 2007 has finally made its way out of Ohio, leaving an average of 12 to 14 inches in most areas. As you begin to dig yourself out, be prepared for an Arctic wind that'll be coming through the state, making temperatures drop to below -degrees. And now we'll take a look at our national forecast. It's been a chilly day on average throughout the state, with temperatures in Chicago reaching 21 degrees and in New York reaching only 30 degrees. And now here's a look at your 3-day weather forecast. Friday, it'll reach 18 degrees and partly sunny. Saturday, be prepared for flurries with 29 degrees and a low of 16 degrees. And Sunday, flurries again with a high of 23 degrees and a low of 13 degrees. That's all I have for weather. Now I'm going to toss it over to Michelle with our health report.
Good evening. Welcome back. Well, as temperatures have been staggering in the single digits and wind chills have been dipping well below 0, it has been a challenge to stay warm. But I have some helpful advice for you on how you can beat the cold and stay warm. The secret to braving the cold is preparation. It is important to keep your body fueled with food. Your body requires an enormous amount of energy to store heat. During the winter months, your metabolism gets kicked up a notch to generate body heat. It is normal to crave high-calorie carbohydrates and fats during the winter in response. Carbs supply your body with instant energy while fats stay around for long-term usage. Eating complex carbs like a bowl of oatmeal is a good idea. Choose decaffeinated hot tea over coffee because caffeinated drinks may act as a diuretic and may contribute to winter dehydration. When you're out braving the cold temps, it's especially important to cover your head because that is where 40% of your body heat is stored. Circulation is directed away from the surface of your skin and extremities in order to keep your vital organs and brain warm. In the severe cold, ears, nose, and cheeks are exceptionally vulnerable to frostbite as your body literally makes sacrifices for the purpose of keeping your core warm. The next largest source of heat loss is through your feet. They are in constant contact with the ground and sweat even during the winter. In the coldest of weather, you should wear a thin liner sock, a wool layer over top to trap the heat in. You want your clothes to be loose and layered. Looseness allows your blood to circulate freely. Layered traps heat and adds protection. Avoid cotton because it absorbs moisture from sweat. Synthetics are a better choice. That's all the advice I have now for beating the cold. Stay tuned. Ashland 2 Night News will be right back.
Our children want to know everything about the world around them. And yet sometimes what they discover makes them feel vulnerable and insecure. In times like these, they need the comfort of an adult, the honesty of parents, and playtime to help them deal with their feelings and fears. Time that will literally heal their hearts. The gift of imagination allows children to see a better world. Playtime allows them a chance to practice creating it. Don't underestimate the power of play.
But if you complete the journey, you will find your destiny among the world's greatest warriors. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Welcome back. Well, tonight, if you're looking for something to do, feel free to stop by Redwood at 9 o'clock. Black Student Union, Minority Student Services, and Campus Activities Board are putting on Lip Sync. This year's theme is Motown, and first place winners will receive $200. So be sure to come support your peers and me in this exciting event.
Also tonight at 9 o'clock, CAB is sponsoring a free movie night at the Ashland Movie Theater for Ashland University students only. Norbit, We Are Marshall, and Stomp the Yard will be playing. Be sure to bring your student ID.
And tomorrow, Judd Lapley, the Evolution Dance guy from YouTube, will be here to discuss creative dating. He will close his comedic act with the Evolution Dance, as I'm sure many of you have seen on YouTube. Creative dating will start at 9 p.m. and is free for all AU students.
And finally, next Friday marks the start of the AU Theater production of Into the Woods at 7:30 p.m. Be sure to get your tickets in the box office. Tickets are on sale now, and you can call 419-289-5125 for more information. Well, there's a lot going on this
There is
weekend.
a lot going on this week.
That's exciting.
And I think everybody should come to lip sync tonight and watch me win $200
Definitely.
because it's bound to happen.
Well, good luck, Dylan.
Well, thank you, Kelly. Well, that about does it for us here at Ashland Tonight News. Be sure to tune in again in 2 weeks for another edition.
Have a great night, everyone.
Good night.